Hey there, Internets. This is Kyle with another edition of the My Business Launch Secrets YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well today. We're here on day 93, I think the count is right now. Going from starting a new online business, going from $0 to $1 million within a year, doing so part-time because I, for one, still have a day job and bills to pay and kids to feed. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Today I was busy mostly working on doing some housework, trying to get a new, office put together. I did make some progress in my Thinkific site, just trying to build out, the basics for the two courses I currently have thought about doing. One for Introduction to Circuits, one about solar cells, and whatever, came up with some cool graphics for that. And also realized that Thinkific, I guess, has a specific pre-sale option when you're setting up a course. You still need to kind of figure out or understand what that means exactly. I mean, I understand what a pre-sale is, obviously, but it's like you create a course in Thinkific and you just have one or two lessons, one being just an introductory video. Hey, thanks for buying my pre-sale course. I'll get this in some period of time. And then the next one might be, a survey or something, asking them what they would like to see out of it. And then I guess you just convert that over to a regular course once you have it all launched or whatever. So I guess that's probably what I should do. Just set it up as a pre-sale initially and get those pages set up for it. That way I can just start making some more YouTube content for that site, for the YouTube channel that I have already. Just push people to go, hey, if you're interested in this topic, go buy my course. It's on a pre-sale discount or whatever. And, based on how much interest there is, that would tell me whether or not it's worth doing, I guess. So that makes sense. And the best way to know people want something is if they vote with their wallet. So pre-selling something in advance helps you know if there's any interest at all out there in the internet lands. So that's kind of the plan now to get that built out. Aside from that, I've just been busy again working on the home office here. Very sore this evening. Take some Tylenol or Advil because I don't do a lot of manual labor in my day job. So anytime I have to get into it and scrub floors and painting and all sorts of stuff, it's kind of a bear. So with that, I thought I would share with you a little bit behind the scenes of what goes on in my real life of this office space that I'm working on right now. So here's the office space as you see it. If I can click on it, there we go. Yeah, there you go. Nice little picture there. So I don't have, maybe someday I'll show the pre pictures. This is kind of a partially done space already. This used to be just bare 2x4 walls previously, and then I did all the drywall work, ran all new electrical, ran some internet connections from a Cat 6 cable up to my router on the main floor. Got an HVAC unit here. This is one of these mini split units. It does heat and air and cooling. Put in a couple of lights up there, and it's looking pretty good. But what you see here that's not done is the floors and no trim work, baseboards, door molding, etc. I built a closet here. This was not in here previously, but I'm trying to make this into an official bedroom. That'll help the value of my house. So I built this closet, which happens to be where the water heater is also sits. Although again, I had to take that out to finish the work. Floors were pretty nasty originally. I did get a lot of paint on them because I did spray paint, use an airless sprayer for the white primer, which I should have covered the floors because I really paid the price for that. For not doing that today because I had to get down there and with a palm sander, get down there and literally sand every inch of that friggin' floor, and it was a real pain in the ass. Put in that slider door that you see there as well. It used to be just some double solid doors. So this was originally when I took out the water heater. So you see what I had to do there was finish that corner area in the drywall, do the tape and mudding on that, as well as there's some other areas you can't really see here also that needed to be fixed. Also, you see a couple seams here on the drywall. I had to fill those in with tape and mud, so I did that. And that was where I was yesterday overall. Again, nasty floor. So the point was I took out this water heater so that I could do the tape and mudding as well as get the floor done, as well as get the trim in, so I can then put back my water heater. So here's the first coat of tape and mudding. I just used mesh tape and some quick dry mud because this is an area I don't really care about. It's not my typical way I do it, but it works fine for the most part. So don't, if you're a drywaller out there, don't look too deeply here. It was pretty much a crap job, but again, it's an inside of a closet in the basement, so literally nobody's gonna ever care. Again, pretty nasty floor I was starting with as of yesterday. Had to clean this all up because the plan was to stain this concrete. What you can't really tell here is there's a pretty bad dip in the flooring going towards the sliding door, which was poured on purpose, I'm sure, because it led to a level surface going out to the outdoors. And I think this was probably originally for maybe like an additional garage type space, I guess. I don't know. Where maybe you would have a riding lawnmower or something sitting in here and you just want to easily get out. I don't know what the point is. But the point is there's a big slope in this floor towards the door. And sure, I could have put carpet. That probably would have worked fine. But I don't really like to have carpet in the basement area. And this is a walkout basement, though. Regardless, though, I don't really want a carpet area in here. And so you can't really put down tile or any sort of laminate flooring because of that significant grade in the floor, unless you used a self-leveling compound. But in talking to a friend, that was going to be probably way more work than even what I had to do for staining the floor. So the plan was to clean that up, stain it. All right, so here was, I think, this morning. Got the second coat of mud on, sanded it all down, getting ready for paint. Also starting to clean up the floor here. So as you can see from this one to this one, already much improved. Again, I got down there with not a belt sander, but a powered sander, and literally went over every inch of this surface with some concrete cleaner and degreaser to try to get as much of that paint off, which did pretty good. When it's pretty thick here around the far edges, but most of that will be covered up by the baseboards anyway, so it's okay. Put up some plastic here because we're going to start spraying the stain, which is through a pump sprayer. Don't want to get that all over the walls, so that's why I put up the plastic. And again, just showing you after painting, this is probably the first coat of painting this area. Looks good. And then this is kind of more of the concrete after cleaning it up. Got most of the paint stains out. Some old stains that are probably like since this house was built, which is 30 years ago, and those just weren't coming out. So there's a few little spots here and there, but whatever, it's fine. So yeah, I got that all done. Finished painting the second coat. Didn't take a picture of the walls on the second coat, but that's fine. I was just taking a picture of the concrete. Pretty gnarly looking concrete after the cleaning I did, as well as putting another whatever solvent degreaser cleaner that came with the stain. The company that sends the stain stuff, they tell you how to clean the concrete to get it all ready to go. So it kind of opens up the pores of the concrete so it can accept the stain better. And that was all pre for. I didn't take any pictures afterwards because I did put the stain on. So again, it's just a spray on thing, and it was a little bit of a trip just to figure out how to do that the best way. But put it down in multiple layers to try to get relatively even coverage. I mean, see how it looks in the morning once it's all dried out. And I'll take some more pictures and maybe show you someday. So anyway, that's what I was busy doing today. And again, being down on the floor all day on my hands and knees, not something I typically do, so the body certainly took a beating. Also, in the midst of doing some of that work, I was also painting some of the trim work in my garage just to do a little pre-painting so I don't have to do so much once it's actually installed. So again, that was like down on my hands and knees on the concrete floor. So anyway, I'm very tired right now. I'm going to go to bed, so I hope you're all doing well. Keep on kicking ass, taking names, and I'll see you next time. Peace.